Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to Stampin' Up with Jamie. Thank you so much. If you're catching this on replay or if you're catching it live, thank you so much for joining and for watching. Please always know that I'm here to answer questions and help out, so please don't hesitate to ask. Before we get started, I just want to invite you all to come on in. As you're joining the live, please introduce yourself. Let me know where you're watching from and I don't know how things are going for you and what's going on. If you're not familiar with who I am, my name is Jamie and I live in upstate New York here, about 3 hours like straight north from New York City. It's kind of funny when I say I'm from New York. People always assume the city, but where I live couldn't be farther from New York City, or at least what it looks like. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator now for about 5.5 years. And I go live every Wednesday night, unless it's a holiday or something comes up or whatever. But for the most part, I'm here every Wednesday at 7:30 Eastern Time. In case you didn't know this, I also go live to YouTube Tuesdays at 1 Eastern Time. And here's the thing, I recently joined this website that you can go live to both places at once, and I've kind of chickened out. I haven't used it yet, but hopefully someday soon I'll be able to go live to both places at the same time. Heather, thank you so much. I received your card. It brought such a smile to my face. You are so sweet to think of me. Thank you. And Michelle's here. Hi everyone, come on in. I wish we were together. I'd offer you a glass of water, a glass of wine, maybe a cup of coffee, depending on whether you need to chill out or caffeine up. Oh my goodness, what a week it has been. I am so happy to be here with you. I don't know where you are in your stage of young kids or empty nesters, or maybe you're a grandma or grandpa. But this back to school is kicking my butt. My kids go back right after Labor Day, and just getting them ready, whew, it's a little bit much. Hello, Molly. Thank you so much for coming down in. I appreciate you all being here. Before we get started, let me tell you, did you meet my girls today? Did you meet, what did I call her? Tree Trotting Trina, I think I called her. And the other one, the names that you came up for the other girl are just hysterical. What was like Don't Trip Tina or something like that? I thought that was hysterical. Hey Roz, thanks for coming tonight. But we are using the Delivering Cheer stamp set, and I have 2 cards I'm going to show you. I'm going to make one, but I'm going to give you some tips and tricks on both of them so that you can kind of replicate them and make them and hopefully have a success with using the stamp set. Just a reminder that Celebration is going on right now. If you're not familiar with Celebration is, it's basically like the best time of the year. Hello, Kathy, and Beth's here. Good evening, everyone. Celebration is a great time of the year it's like full of rewards. It's pretty much amazing. So with any orders of $50 or $100, you're going to earn free product, free stamp sets, designer series paper, which is gorgeous. I've used it a couple times in the past, and dies. Okay, so just by placing $50 orders and $100 orders, you can earn free product from the Celebration brochure. Keep in mind that the items are available while supplies last. So if you see something, especially like the dies, don't wait. And the bedazzling paper, I believe we were also told, is expected to run out sooner than maybe we would all like. So get those orders in so you can earn the free product. The other thing I want to highlight is that it is a great time. It is like the best time to get the starter kit and become a demonstrator. Now, I just want you to let you know that becoming a demonstrator doesn't have to be doing parties and selling and doing Facebook Lives or whatever else. It can literally just be you saving $1, okay, more than $1, saving 20% on all your orders. So that's 20% on bundles, 20% on the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, 20% on clearance items, okay? So whether you're looking to save $1 or earn $1, becoming a demonstrator is a really great offer. And for $99, you get to pick $125 worth of product. It ships for free, which is another $12.50 savings. They throw in a previous paper pumpkin kit. You get some catalogs, some business product. And right now during celebration, you can pick a free bundle out of 12. There's 12 bundles from the new mini catalog, and you can pick one for free. So lots of ways to save right now. Celebration is just an exciting time to buy, to join, to be a demonstrator. It's all just exciting. It's all good. Hello, Denise and Chris. Thank you everyone for coming on in tonight. Okay, I just thought was only one announcement tonight. Just a reminder that celebration is going on. If you're looking to place an order, you like the product I'm using, maybe you already have a wish list, you can go to JaimieB, JAIMIEB.com, and you'll find all my links there. You can find links to place an order. What else do I have out there? You can get my 5 free, quick, and easy card tutorials. What else? I have a whole bunch of stuff out there, including my bingo, which is closing soon. You have like another week and a half or so to get my bingo, to play along. If you have no clue what I'm talking about, you definitely want to get my weekly tips and updates email, because all the details about my bingo are over there. Okay, let's get going. I'm super excited about tonight's card. I'm going to flip the camera around. Be patient with me. I always struggle a little bit with the gears and whatnot, getting it flipped. So just be patient with me and we'll get going on the cards. I'm super excited. Hello, Rosie. Thanks for coming on in today. I will say I'm getting much better at it. Hold on, let me just tighten it. I am getting much better at flipping it, but still, I struggle a little bit sometimes. Okay, so I said we were using the Delivering Cheer stamp set. I have 2 cards I want to show you. They basically take the same bones, okay? They kind of have this similarity to them. They have a similar style. Hold on. Sorry, I needed some water. You can definitely see like the same inspiration and kind of thing, but 2 different approaches, okay? So I'm going to this is the one we're going to make tonight. I'm going to set this one aside for now, and I want to focus on this one, okay? So when using the Delivering Cheer stamp set, hello, Zara, my friend, I want you to also keep in mind that although it has a tree and more like fall-ish looking things, as in images, you can totally use it for an everyday card, okay? You can use it with not like very bright birthday. You can make a birthday card out of it. So although it's designed more for fall and Christmas and maybe winter holidays and occasions, you can totally switch it up and use bright colors and use it like as a regular happy birthday card. This could easily be a congratulations card or whatever, okay? And so that's that. I'm going to show you how I did the skirt in a second. And if you wanted to go more traditional, kind of what it was designed for, you could go Christmas. Oh, thank you, Karen. Of course you would notice my nails. Thank you. I'm having so much fun with Gel Moment, by the way. Oh my goodness, I'm hooked. You can totally do that. And so you're going to find in the images here, we have 2 bottoms and 3 tops. Now, the easiest way is to put these 2 together. You're going to notice that the top of her skirt is flat, as is the bottom of the presents. So they naturally are going to kind of go together. That doesn't mean that you can't switch it up, but it is definitely the easiest kind of duo to put together. You're going to notice that there's a little V, a little dip in her trench coat here, and that kind of mimics the V of her holding the flowers and the tree. Okay, so these 2 are kind of meant for this one, and the presents is kind of meant for this one. That doesn't mean that you can't switch it up, but you're going to have to do a little finagling. Like you may have to do some masking, like a masking technique, which of course I'm not showing tonight, but if you're familiar with masking technique, that's what you're going to want to do for like these images, or you can fussy cut it out and adhere it over. Okay, so I hope that makes sense, that these are kind of designed to go together, and then these 2 are kind of designed to go to this one. Again, you don't have to do it that way, but they're kind of mesh easier that way, okay? So I'm going to make this one we're making tonight. I just want to show you how I did her skirt. You may be very familiar with it, but it is a technique that I only kind of recently kind of tried my hand at. And I just realized I do not have the skirt on a block. Hold on. Let's see here. I gotta borrow a block. Okay. So here we go. I'm using the bottom, her skirt. It sounds so funny. And you're going to want to find a fun pattern. It could be floral, it could be gingham, whatever you like, grab the pattern. And I'm going to stamp it in Memento Black ink. Oh, good, Shannon. You'll have to show me what you make. I'd love to see. I would love, love, love. Okay. And I'm just going to stamp right on my designer paper. Whatever paper you pick. I originally stamped it on the black and white buffalo check, and then I changed my mind. I don't know, I threw it in my garbage. I don't know if I can find it still. Oh, there it is. Hold on. Is it? Yeah, oh, totally. So I originally wasn't going to go with a black and white skirt for her, but I felt it was like a little too dark, and so I ended up switching it up with the fresh freesia, by the way. Okay. You're going to want your paper snips. Now, if you're not a fan of fussy cutting, this isn't for you. You can easily make this card, and instead of using a piece of designer series paper for the skirt, you just color it in with the Stampin' blends. No big deal. I realize that fussy cutting isn't for everyone, and so I just want to be sensitive to that you can easily adapt basically the idea of the card without having to do fussy cutting. But if you would like to use that piece of designer series paper, you're going to have to fussy cut, okay? So normally when I fussy cut, I say leave a white border around whatever you're cutting, right? Because it makes it a little easier. But when you're doing this kind of paper piecing, you're going to want to cut right along the edge. In this case, it's the black edge of what you just stamped. Okay, so I'm going to take my time again because that's a fine line I'm running across. And I want to go right up next to it. Okay, like so. Hey, Kim, thanks for coming on in. So I'm cutting right along that black edge, like so. Normally I would go a little faster for you, but you're getting the slow motion version tonight. Okay, and again, this isn't the card I'm making. I just want to show you kind of how I put it together so you have an idea. And this could totally be adapted. Even for the card we're doing, you could make her trench coat if you really wanted to get, hold on, let me get a piece of, hold on, I didn't get a piece out. Okay, this is way bigger than I need, but I need it to be able to show you what I'm talking about. So that when you go ahead and stamp her legs, okay, all we would do is adhere this right over her legs. Let's see here. I don't have her body, but I can totally put the top part. Actually, no, I do have her top part because I'm using it. So that when you do her presents, she's holding presents. Poor girl. You'd think someone would help her. She's got to be a mom because she's doing everything. So then I'm going to go super close, almost overlapping the very bottom of the present to the very top of her skirt. Okay. And then when I take my skirt, I'm just going to adhere that right over there and then color her in, and we're good to go. Okay, so that's how you get this image. If you've ever seen designer series paper used like this, that's how they've done it. It's a super cute idea, and it really kind of steps up a card. But again, I wanted to purposely show you this card because it really, the delivering cheer can be used so much more than just fall, winter, and Christmas. It really can be used for really fun birthday cards. The sentiment, by the way, oh my goodness, where did I take that from? Oh, the sweets and treats. The sentiment is for the sweet and treats. Okay? Okay. Setting that aside, now that I've kind of showed you that trick, let's move on to tonight's card. Because I love making Christmas cards. They're super, super fun. And I think these images are absolutely adorable. Now, you're going to want to stick around because I'm going to give you lots of tips on how to do these presents. You may already have an idea of where I'm going with it, but I may surprise you with a couple of things. So stick around. You're not going to want to miss some of these tricks I'm going to give you, okay? Some of these tips. My card base is Cherry Cobbler, which I love. I tend to use Real Red more, but I really, really love Cherry Cobbler. It's such a rich, deep red. Okay, so this is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Okay, I'm gonna make this really fun scalped. How do you say that? Scalloped? It looks like scalloped, but I say scalped. I have a feeling I'm pronouncing it completely wrong. Surprise! I know everybody's shocked that I'm not saying something right. Okay, and in the, what's it called? Scalloped Contours dies, there's this really fun die. Hey, Julie, thanks for coming on in tonight. Appreciate it. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to line that up against the edge of one of my, it doesn't matter, either one, against the edge of my cardstock. Now, you don't want to go too far in because you need to leave room for this, but you also don't want to go too close to the edge that you don't get the buffalo check peeking through. So I don't know. It's probably about 1/2 inch in, so eyeball it. Just don't go too far or too narrow. Kind of like a happy in between, sort of there. Okay, I'm going to run that through. And you get this really, really beautiful scalloped. I know scalloped is something entirely different, but that's how I pronounce it. Scalloped. I know what scalped is. That's how I pronounce it, though. I did say it was right. I just said that's how I say it. Okay, and so you get this beautiful scalloped edge, and it's stitched. It's got this like dotted edge to it, which is just really, really pretty. I hope you can catch that. Okay, so that's our card base. While we're at it, let's go ahead and put the buffalo check in. You know what? Oh, gravy, that was loud. Sorry, my catalog was underneath my trimmer. This is from a pattern from the Pattern Party Designer Series paper, which is beautiful. One side of it is like super colorful, beautiful, just fun, bright patterns. And then the opposite side is all black and white patterns. Okay, so that's where I got this guy from. This is 1 inch by 5.5, and I'm going to adhere it on the inside of my card here. Okay, 1 inch by 5.5. It runs the entire height of the card. And just enough in, I knew I cut, hold on. Oh, why was my measurement for this one earlier was a little off. I got to give it a little bit of a trim. It's a little on the long side. I actually have a feeling that my DSP is a little on the short side, if anything. Hold on. No, this is bothering me. Doop. Okay. Okay, now what do I do with it? What do I do with it? Oh, there it is. Okay, there we go. So here we go. This is a pattern. This is a designer series paper that you can earn for free with Hostess Rewards. You earn Hostess Rewards by either placing a $150 order or hosting a party, and the party totals over $150. Okay, so if you're looking to get this pack of paper, which is just so fun, I love it so much. I love anything black and white, so I'm just like a huge fan. But that's how you can earn it. And it's actually for free. You can get it, again, using Hostess Rewards, either placing an order of $150 or hosting a party that totals over $150. Okay? Okay, let's set that aside. We're going to work on Tree Trotting Trina. That's what I called her. Tree Trotting Trina. Say that 10 times fast. Okay, I have a panel of basic white. This is 3 by 5.5, so the entire height of the card, and 3 inches wide. And hold on, I gotta switch out. Hold on. I gotta switch out the skirt. I'm gonna be using the tree top with the trench coat legs. And then we're going to use a whole bunch of other stuff too, but that's kind of the base, the base. Ink her legs up, and you want to go a little low, maybe leaving it about 1 inch or so at the bottom. Okay, And then remember I said before there's kind of a V here and it fits really nicely with the V in the tree. So I'm going to ink up my tree and line it up as best as possible. Everybody hold their breath while I do this. Tree trotting Tina. Trina. I was trying to come up with a TR. Okay, maybe I didn't get too low, but that's okay. We're going to call it a win. Okay, so see, I missed it a little bit. That's okay. Then the other things I'm going to do are, let me show you the stamp set. These are so cute. They're like little, like leg warmers. So fun. And then there's this little, like shadow to kind of ground her, so to speak. So I'm going to use the leg warmers. They're so cute. Beautiful. And then the little, like shadow, whatever. I'm calling it a shadow. Perfect. Okie dokie. Now we're going to do some coloring. If I can find the top of my Memento Black so I don't stick my thumb in it. Okay. Remember what I said? Stick around because I have lots. This here, this is going to be so fun to do. I can't wait to show you how I did that. So I'm going to color, and then her tree is kind of tilting a little bit, but that's okay. I am going to start off with her skin. Oh no, she doesn't have skin. Sorry, that was the girl that I used the skin with. What should we start off with? I'm going to start off with her mittens because when I was doing this earlier, and coloring her, I totally accidentally colored things wrong. So I'm going to color the more detailed things first. So this part that I just colored red, to be honest, I'm not sure if it's part of her coat or her mittens, but I'm going to color it as part of her mittens. So let me know in the comments, do you think that is part of her mittens? That little, like, there's like 3 ruched things there. I colored it as part of her mittens, but I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. So we're going to color her mittens and her leg warmers or stockings or leggings or whatever she's got on her legs here, including up a little bit because it's kind of peeking out of the trench coat. That was in light cherry cobbler. You think it's the mittens, Christina? I did too. Okay, that makes me feel better. If you were like, no, it's clearly her jacket, I would feel very dumb. And then I'm coming back with the dark cherry cobbler just to give a little bit of a shadow effect. Just a little bit. Okay. Next, because I totally goofed on my sample, I'm going to color the tree trunk. Okay, I'm using soft suede for the tree trunk. It does poke through a little bit, and I totally colored it as part of the trunk, as part of the coat before. So I want to color that first and just make sure I don't make an oops like I did before. Okay, soft suede again, light and dark. I'm not really worrying about blending my 2 shades. And then I'm using crumb cake for her coat, her trench coat. And the way I like to color, and I say this all the time, that, you know, everybody colors differently, but I tend to go first with the light version of whatever coloring. In this sense, in this case, it's crumb cake. So I'm using the light crumb cake Stampin' Blends, the brush end, because I need to cover some space. And I'm just applying that all over. Like so. Okay. Then I'm going to come in with the dark crumb cake and add some shadows. Whoops, I totally went outside the lines there a little bit. That's okay. Take your time. Don't go as fast as I'm going. Take your time. This one I am going to blend in because I feel like the dark crumb cake is significantly darker than the light, so I really want to kind of blend those in so there's not like a stark line. Okie dokie. And then last but not least, we have the tree. This one you're definitely going to want the brush end, and what I did is I started on the outside and I just kind of did like dashing motion, like Does that make sense? I'm doing like little dashes because a tree isn't like smooth, right? It's like big and then short and kind of like it is here. So I went around basically the outside. Gotta concentrate. Okay, then once that's done, then I can just color the whole thing without having to be quite so particular. Okay, that's the light shaded spruce. I don't know if I said that. Then I'm going to come with the dark shaded spruce, and not too much, but every now and then on some of these lines and whatnot, I'm going to just, there's no rhyme or reason to this. I'm just kind of throwing the color on. Okay, perfect. Did I get something on that? No, we're good. Okay, so our person is pretty much done, I think, right? I did everything. I'm going to mat this on a piece of basic black. This is 3 1/8 by 5 1/2. So again, the entire height of the card, just 1/8 bigger. When I am matting, I always mat. I'm a very like, do it the same way every time. I mat 1/8 bigger. 1/8 bigger. Why does that look so much? No, I guess we're good. Okay, done. Now comes the really fun part. Should we adhere this down? Let's adhere this down to the card front. Let's just make sure I left enough room. I did. Of course I did. Okay, this goes to our card front. Yeah, how about there? That works. Okay, now we're going to do our presents. Woo, I'm so excited. Okay, so you're going to need a panel of basic white, just any size. Actually, I'm going to go a little bigger. And you're going to need that image. Did I put it away? Oh, no, I didn't. Here she is. You're going to need that image of the girl holding the presents, okay? And you're going to need to stamp it twice. And honestly, I just want the top part. I don't need, like, her arms, really. And then I need that. Actually, no, we're going to stamp it 3 times. Excuse me. 1. Whoops. Sorry, that was a little... Whoa, how'd so much ink get in there? Oh, boy. 2. And then I just need that top bow. So I don't necessarily need to fully ink everything, just that top part. And we're going to stamp that. Okay, now, if you are not into fussy cutting, this isn't for you, okay? I always want to encourage you to fussy cut. I always want to encourage you to try something new and to kind of venture out there. And honestly, when it comes to fussy cutting, the more you practice, the better you get at it. Like, it's just the way it is. And so even if it's not your thing and you don't want to do it all the time, I would suggest that you, every now and then, you pick up your paper snips and you give it a little try. It does get easier with the more you do it, I promise. So again, if this isn't for you, if you don't like fussy cutting, then just skip this part. You can just leave the girl as it is. You don't have to have the presents around her. But the presents are so cute, and so you're going to want to try, okay? So, and we're going to basically use the same method, the same idea that I did with the paper piercing for these I almost said pumpkins. Oh my goodness, these presents. All the ribbon, the kind of the bows wrapping the presents, I'm doing in cherry cobbler. They're all going to be crumb cake wrapped with cherry cobbler ribbon, except for this bottom one, which is going to be colored completely cherry cobbler. Okay, now I'm going to come with the dark one and just add a little bit of shadow and contrast. Don't overthink it. Whatever looks right is how it should be. I do want to blend them a smidge. That's actually easy fussy cutting straight lines. You're right, Karen. You're so right. That's funny. I think it's a little more challenging in the sense that you, oops, I totally just caught that. In the sense that you have to stay on the line. I find it easier when I have like a little bit of a white spot to kind of go over on. Okay, next, so 3 I'm coloring. I'm going to color these guys up until it's like 1, 2, 3 presents down. Basically, when her arms start is when I'm not going to fussy cut. Okay, and then this one, I'm just gonna color the ribbon. Do you see where I'm going? You see where I'm going, right? You totally are like, I know what you're doing, Jamie. It's so fun when you can take images and rework them and make them work for the design that you want to do, right? I'm like, I want some packages around her too. I just want some packages around her, and heck, I'm gonna do that. We're gonna make this work. Okay, so for her, these packages, I'm gonna just throw this color on so it doesn't take too long, but this is Crumb Cake. I totally schmidged on that one a little bit, oops. Oh, I forgot to do that little piece there that has, I think, a little bit of a ribbon. Okay. Let's see here. I totally colored outside the lines. That's what I get for Russian. Let me just see if I can take my color lifter, and although it's going to be snipped off actually, so it's not even that big of a deal. That part is going to be cut off. Okay. So let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to know, do you like fussy cutting? I know some of you feel very passionately about it. Passionately. Okay, and then, so this one we colored the bow. This one here, we're going to color this present. The one that is doesn't have any bow on it. You see where I'm going? You totally know where I'm going with this. Do you enjoy fussy cutting? I find it a little, I do find it relaxing. I know it stresses some people out, but I don't mind. I know not everybody likes it though. I get it. That's why I always like to have another option for those that don't really like it. Okay, just let me just blend that a little bit so we don't see any lines. And this one too. Okay. Oh, no, I don't have to do that one. It's not your thing to do. That's okay, Michelle. I get it. You can just do this. You could leave it like that and put the sentiment and maybe some embellishments instead and call it a day. Catherine likes fussy cutting. Yeah, I find it's therapeutic too. I know Amy's not a fan. Okay, so if you're looking to do this presence around her, you're going to want to stamp the presents 3 times. The first one you're going to color up to basically where her hand is. The second one you're going to color just this bottom present, and then the third one you're just going to color that present, okay? And then we are going to put our fussy cutting skills to the test, which we got this. So remember when I said when we were doing the paper piecing that you cut right on that black line? You're going to do the same thing here. Okay. And I would prefer to have a white line around, but if you have that white line, then you start to get the other present below and maybe even like a piece of her hand or whatnot. So I'm going to go right on that black line. Okay. Like so. And Karen's right. For the most part, except for the bow, it is pretty much all straight lines. So it's fairly easy. It's doable. And I always want to encourage you to try. There was a time when I hated fussy cutting, and now I do it all the time. And actually, I don't mind, because then you get to come up with like fun things like this and kind of make your own designs. So don't give up, all you that don't like fussy cutting. Okay, so here we go. And so I kept with a pretty not monochromatic, but I kept with the same colors. So you're going to notice Cherry Cobbler, Crumb Cake, and Shaded Spruce are my colors for this card. I rarely do I go more than 3 colors. I'm a pretty faithful 3 color kind of creator. Okay, this one we're just going to cut out. This is super easy because this literally is just one big box. It's all square. Well, rectangle. 90-degree angles. Okay. And then for this one, we're just going to cut out the bow. This one's probably the trickiest. A, because it's pretty tiny, and B, it's got some intricate angles, corners. But it's totally doable. Just take your time. And don't sneeze. Whatever you do, don't sneeze. You might find using a reverse tweezer is helpful to hold it. As we get cutting this down, it gets smaller and smaller. It gets harder and harder to hold because you have less space and things to hold on to. But totally doable. Again, just take your time and don't sneeze. If this is too much, then you can easily just leave it with the stack of presents if this part is too much. But I always like to show you different options. You can always leave different things out or tweak them, but I wanted to include this because I thought it was super cute. See what I mean? It's like, I don't have anything to hold on to. This is the hardest. But you can do it. I have faith. We can do it. Okay, and then one little more snip and we're done. Okay, now let's see. Hold on. Let's see if I can find them. Oh, here they are. Okay, my inverted tweezers. It is helpful because these are pretty tiny to hold on to, and so having those inverted tweezers do help. You're bleeding. Stop it. So easy. You could do it. If you don't like it, you just leave this part out. Okay, so next we're going to put our bow on our present. How cute is that? We basically made our own image. Okay, and then this guy is going to get adhered right next to the girl. Next to Trina. I can't say it. Tree trotting Trina. Here we go. Oh, I didn't adhere that down. I have to adhere that. Right next to her feet. Okay, and then this clump of packages, presents, gifts. Of course, we're going to use dimensionals. When in doubt, use dimensionals. I would make a tiny bow before attempting to cut it out. See, I'm not a big bow person. I can't do bows. And I do like how it matches kind of this bow. It's the same bow. That's why it matches. Okay. So there we go. Okay. All we're missing is a sentiment. The delivering cheer does come with a great sentiment. I'm going to use this one on the inside. For the outside, I kind of wanted a long, more narrow sentiment. So I'm using the Merry Christmas from the Sparkle of the Season stamp set. And I have a super, super, super narrow. I don't even know if I can do this. So we're going to attempt to stamp it on this tiny piece of basic white. And if it doesn't work, I'm just going to do what I normally do, which is stamp it and then trim it down. But I'm going to... What do I do with my memento? There it is. Just going to ink this up in basic black. I'll give you the measurements of this in a second. But honestly, what I normally do is stamp it on a piece of basic white and then trim it off. It's normally what I do. I guess tonight I like a challenge. We'll see if it pays off or if I totally should have just done what I normally do. It's a mystery. Oh, we're good. Okay. It's some funky measurements. It's 3/8 by 3 3/8. Okay, if you're looking to get that exact measurement. Again, normally what I would do is, where's my basic white? Here, I'll use this. Normally what I would do is just, where'd it go? There it is. I would stamp like super low and then just trim it out. That's normally how I would do it. So either that way, or you can do 3/8 by 3 1/8. I'm going to adhere this down with some mini dimensionals. I don't know if a regular one would fit, but we're going to go mini because I know they'll fit and not be too big. Oops. Okay, peel the little backings off. And I just realized I didn't cut cardstock. Oops, what am I doing? I didn't cut cardstock for an envelope. I'm going to have to do that because, I'm getting into this habit of doing envelopes with you guys. Okay, my sentiment's going to go right on top. So fun. I love it. And I think, oh no, is this it? I knew it. The one that I used for the presents was my cardstock cut for my inside. Let me just cut that quickly. The cardstock cut for the inside you're going to want is, I think 3, hold on. Yeah, is 3 1/8. 3 1/8. I knew it. As soon as I started stamping, I'm like, I had another purpose for this piece. 3 1/8 by 5 3/8. 3 1/8 by 5 3/8. And I am going to use the sentiment from the Delivering Cheer stamp set, sending love and Christmas cheer. Oh, I keep losing everything. Where's my memento? Here it is. Oops. Okay, and I'm going to just stamp that in the memento black. Aim for straight. Beautiful. And then, whoops, I'm shedding. And then I'm going to adhere this to the inside. Thanks, Joanne. I appreciate it. Oh, I'm so used to having my cards open up. I'm like, why isn't this opening? Okay, this goes on the inside. Just a little bit of a border around it. Okay, what do you think? Let me go grab the gingham and I'll do the envelope real quick. Okie dokie. So for the envelope, I'm going to do a 6 by a little over 2 1/4 is what I say. 2 1/4 works, but a little bit over just gives you a little bit of a wiggle room. Okay, so got my envelope. Is everybody so proud that I'm doing this? I never do my envelopes, but you guys have me in the habit. I've been doing them a lot lately. Okay, so whoops, come on. A little bit of glue around. And line up my designer paper. Again, free designer paper. And it's a huge pack, by the way. Let's see. I mean, it is a huge pack of paper. 48 sheets, 4 each of 12 double-sided. You can learn about it page 171 in the annual catalog. Huge, huge, huge pack of paper. And you can get it for free. Okay. So now we're just going to trim it. I guess I could do it 2 1/4. I always feel like 2 1/4 cuts it close sometimes. Okay, cut this around. Which, as I'm finishing up here, if you haven't left a comment yet and you would like the opportunity, the chance to win tonight's card, quickly do so. As soon as we're done here, I'm going to throw all of your names in a hat. And one lucky winner will win tonight's very fussy cut paper pieced card. Okay, so there you have it, the Delivering Cheer stamp set. Again, depending on what you're looking for, what you feel comfortable doing, you can make some presents to go around her for a really cute Christmas card, or you can even do some paper piecing for a really bright like birthday card or something else, just an all occasion, really. Lots of possibilities. So you're definitely going to want to add it. The Delivering Cheer stamp set, it is available now. It's in the mini July to December catalog. It is a photopolymer stamp set. I've used almost all of the images today. And it's just a really, really fun, unique. It's different. I love it. And I think you will too. So head on over to jamieb.com. You'll find my link there to shop. And please, as always, let me know if you have any questions. That'll do it for tonight, everyone. I will catch you back again next week and hope to see you then. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.